So and so I will be taking this training on the dynamic CRM. I said, and I will be covering functional as well as technical. Uh, so let me share my screen.
Hey, Sandeep.
Yes, Ashish.
Yeah, Sandeep. Yeah. So this is yeah. So actually, because CRM is like very configurable software, like most other things you can do with the configuration. So
Yes,
this, if in this demo session, if you can just highlight the areas where we needs the customization and what are the
yes,
areas we can do with the configuration, because mostly now we can do with the configuration. Now people they don't use even the plugins and all, so it's
yes.
all mostly we use the configuration only. So just we want to know like where exactly we can use the coding part in CRM, right?
Yes, yes, Ashish. I will
Okay.
go to the context which I'm going to cover as part of this training, and I will
Yeah.
explain and where, yeah, as you said, I will explain where you need the configuration and where you need low
Yeah.
code and no code. So there are
Yeah.
few
Yeah.
areas where we require a
Yeah.
few less code, and there are few areas where we need more code like plugins and JavaScript, and there are few areas
Correct.
where we don't require any code. I will be
Yeah.
covering
And
all.
I am sure that you will cover the integration as well, right?
Yes, integration. But for integrating, uh, I can implement one real time application where where we can implement the integration. But as part of this training, we don't have any other external systems, right? So that, but I
Mm.
can create one
No,
sample
no, no.
web
No,
API,
at
and
least
I will.
at least the concept wise you can explain where we can
Yes,
use
yes,
the integration, right? Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine.
nowadays in CRM projects, most of the projects are involving in the integration. So that is why this scope of the CRM is increased past 2 to 3 years. They have
Yeah.
Microsoft introduced Power Apps, and they leveraged the integration through Power Apps to other external systems and
Yeah.
Azure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that is main part nowadays. Integration. Without integration, they are not taking any candidate. Yeah.
And
Let me.
will you cover the reporting as well, the Power BI reporting with the CRM and
Power
Azure
BI
Synapse
report,
or Fabric or something?
Power BI report, I can go through on a low level. I mean the basic level, because Power
Yeah.
BI is total completely different topic, right? But most of the projects, in most of the projects for Power BI, there will be different developers. Sometimes CRM developers need to implement the Power BI reports and integrate them to the CRM dashboards, and we can call from the JavaScript as well. So that I can cover.
Mm. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we can
Okay.
take one sample Power BI, and we can connect to the Dataverse connection, and we
Okay.
can prepare the Power BI.
Mm. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, yeah, Sandeep Ram here. So mainly, yeah, even just I'm looking for same most of the focus areas as the customization as well as the integration part and the theoretical part for this functional consultant. More we are looking for the technical as well as the customization part and configuration.
Yes, yes, Ram. So yeah, let me share the context which I'm going to cover as part of this training, because most of you guys are having some need some clarity what we are going to learn in the
Yes.
training, right? So yeah, so this is my training context, and where we will be I will be covering the first introduction of the Dynamics 365 and the versions and everything. And there are different types of modules in CRM. As part of Dynamics CRM, we mostly concentrate on sales, service, and marketing modules. And there are different modules as well in CRM, but we don't cover them, because if we learn these modules and the same kind of development or coding can be used in any kind of modules. So these are the main areas we will be covering: service, sales, and marketing module. And next, solution management. So solution management, where we deploy the solution from one environment to other environments, and this is a huge topic. So there are different types of solution, and cloning a patch and cloning a solution, and what are the things we can do while solution import and solution preparation, and what are the things we should not do, and importing from one environment to other environment, because in the real times, so every developer need to perform this operation for the solution deployments. So I will be concentrating on this quite a bit. And one more thing I would like to highlight here. So I don't teach like so for each example I can take one example and explain the code and like a hello world like that. I will take one sample project where we can do all these things from end to end, so within the same project. So which I am working in my real-time projects. So that would help you to understand the real-time projects as well in the market. If someone is new to the software industry, so they will be able to understand how we are developing, and even if someone is working as a software employee, they will understand the CRM quite easy if we do a end-to-end project. So that is how I will be teaching these classes. Next, so these are the core components, where so we have model driven apps. I will create sample model driven apps and canvas apps. So this is one of the big feature now introduced in the Power Apps by Microsoft. So this is a huge demand in the market, canvas apps. I will explain with uh, real-time examples and creating the screens and integrating with the model-driven apps in data modeling. These are the attributes or columns we can say, and the tables. I mean entities, fields, table. These are the things. And understanding different types of tables. These are comes under the configuration, Ashish, as you said. So where we don't require any coding. So these are the configuration related things. So some of the basic customizations. Okay, relationships and
So is it part
forms.
of technical consultant, functional consultant? This configuration comes, Sandeep,
it,
normally.
it comes under for both, so both
Both.
should understand and should have the knowledge on this, because this is the
Okay.
basic customization I can say.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So business rules and calculator. So business rules and calculator and business process flows. These are the few features Microsoft introduced. So where we can implement our requirements without writing any code. Okay, business rules and workflows, business process flows. These are the things. And next, coming to the security and administrator, which plays a major role in the dynamic CRM, where we can provide the security on the entity level or a table level, a record level, and a field level. So, and we have a different types of privileges: create, read, write, and and owning and access teams, business unit. What are the users? How can we create teams, and how can we provide the security on the team basis and the user basis and business unit level and organization level? These all will be covered as part of this security and administration with good examples. Okay, and now coming to the advanced customization dynamic CRM, where we required some low code or no code, and some, I mean, with more code like plugins and JavaScript, where we use the C sharp in plugins and JavaScript. So actions and workflows is this is again no code features, where we can implement our requirements without writing any code by configuring in the CRM. And this again relationship behavior. This is also no code. And now this is a web
Sandeep,
resources.
Sandeep,
Yes.
one question here. So how easy it will be for the .NET developer uh, to like learn this new this CRM technical thing? Like I think because most of the things I think he might be using, right? This because
Yeah.
it's same
Okay. If
C
you
sharp
are
and REST APIs, everything. Yeah.
If you are a .NET developer and you are trying to change the technology, then Microsoft CRM a good platform. And I also came from the .NET and changed my technology in my previous in starting of my career. After
Yeah.
2 years working in the .NET, and I moved to the Microsoft CRM. And this will be a good platform for .NET developers, and they can easily understand the plugins and JavaScript and integration related Azure functions as well. So uh, so so this will be a good platform for .NET developers. So they just need to understand the tool and how we are the syntax. That's it. So because you
Okay.
understand the how the logic, and you can understand by going to the code, right? C# code and JavaScript code.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. That's it. Yeah.
So most of the people who are working in the dynamic CRM, the developers, may have the previous experience in the .NET. So yeah.
Hi, Sandeep. Sandeep, will you cover any migration project like from AX
Migration.
CRM to
A
this?
migration, that is not possible to cover migration in the dynamic CRM course, actually, because to complete these topics in 40 to 45 days, so that is also not enough. I mean, the 45 days is not, so that is why. So any course, if you take anyone, any trainer you take, so they don't cover the migration, because that's a
Mhm.
totally different topic. And
Mhm.
so if we take one example for the migration, so there
Mhm.
would be a different system. In the real time, they are trying to migrate the data from to CRM.
Yeah.
But I can say one thing. So if you learn the plugins and how to read the data, how to update the data in the fields, and how to
Mhm.
retrieve and how to loop through that, then the
Mhm.
same code would help you in the migration as well. But there are some migration tools are available in the market, so some projects use them.
Yeah, yeah, but through tool only, through tool it's easy actually. But if
Yeah.
at least if you cover as a concept, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I will cover that. Yeah, so on a basic level, without a real time example, I can cover that,
Oh,
because
okay.
so we don't have any other systems in our training, right? Like to migrate the data, that
Mhm.
to explain with a real time example, so that would be difficult.
Yeah, yeah. The recent times, if you see, look at the CRM job descriptions. Some clients they're asking about migration. Like,
Migration, but that is not a mandatory, I can say, because even I know the migration, but I didn't work in the real time on the migration projects, because even I have a 10
Mhm.
plus years of experience. So most projects, I mean, I can say all the projects will not have the migration work. So
Oh,
there, so few projects may have the migration work, but not completely.
okay.
And
Yeah,
they will mention in the job description. So if they are looking for a migration, then they will mention in that. But
yeah, yeah. I
I
had
can say,
gone through a
yeah.
few. So, about that.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
But that is totally tool. So that is totally a
Mhm.
configuration. If they are using a tool, that would not be
Mhm.
a problem. So, but if you learn the CRM concepts,
Oh. I actually worked on F&O migration, and we did integration as
okay,
well. That migration we did from AX to 365 F&O, it was quite easy, not that great,
okay,
not that no hard. So
okay.
I believe
Yeah,
the
same.
technical modules remain same like F&O
Same,
too.
exactly. Yeah, the tables and the
Tables,
data types, everything, everything will be same across the
relationships,
Dynamics
and systems.
365. Yes, everything, relationships and the lookups, the concepts will be same. As I mentioned, so here
Mhm.
are the modules. So F&O is a different module in the Dynamics 365, and but the
Technical
concepts are
side, it's
same,
the same. Like
same. Yes,
code
because
customization remains same, right?
same exactly. So if you
Mhm.
learn these things, then you can
Mhm.
able to work on those also.
Oh.
And if you already work on the migration on the FNO, then that won't be a
Mhm.
problem for you to migrate the other application, like other modules from different to create the migration for the other modules, because tables, data types, and
Mm-hmm.
the relationships, everything will is same in the CRM, right? Irrespective of the
Yeah.
module, everything will be same in the background.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ongoing. Maybe on top of this, we are just you just added the Power Apps on top of this CRM, right?
Yeah,
Like.
Power Apps and Power Automate flows. I will be
Mm-hmm.
covering with a huge examples with the real
Mm-hmm.
time. And in the Power Automate flows also, I will be covering from the dataverse actions and the external actions, and how to call the Power Automate flows from the Canvas apps, and
Mm-hmm.
from the buttons. So as HTTP triggers, yeah, all these things.
So will you
And
use
there are,
any Azure app here? Azure app for Azure functions?
because you know that Azure, using the Azure components will be a huge pricing, right? So even in the real
Mm-hmm.
time projects, so we have to
Mm-hmm.
pay a big amount for the Azure components. So not sure that I mean any institutes would provide the Azure Azure portal
I mean,
access to create.
in
Yeah.
the free subscription that.
Yeah, so I will check with the institute, and if they provide, I can go through the examples with examples, because
Yeah, at
I
least
can
if
cover
you give
on the
us the scenarios
theoretical.
like
Yeah,
the.
yeah, yeah. I can cover a theoretical part, but so what I
Mhm,
believe. So along with theoretical, I I believe in practical also, like with example. So then only
mhm.
people will understand more. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but I
you're
can
right.
cover
You're
the
right.
theoretical parts. What are the things we can use from the Azure in the integrations, like Azure
Mhm.
functions, service bus, queues,
Yeah.
logic apps, everything, and how we can call from the CRM, that we can
Hmm.
cover.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, so in the web resources, so we can we will explain how we can use the REST builder and web API calls for the cloud operations, and different scenarios in web JavaScript. So JavaScript plays a major role in the CRM, where we implement many requirement, many logic for the client side using the JavaScript. And yeah, these are the things, JavaScript debugging and command bar designing. So Microsoft newly introduced the command bar on top of the ribbon workbench. So I will cover both the ribbon workbench and command bar configuration, and how to call the functions from the command bar and the ribbon workbench buttons. So there are
Mhm.
few things: enable, disable, and display rules. I know plugins and plugins custom workflows. So I would take almost 3 to 4 classes on only on plugins to explain end to end and with good examples.
Okay.
Okay, and charts, reports, and dashboards. These are also one configuration things where we don't require any coding. And coming to the Canvas app, yeah, as I said, so this is a good feature Microsoft introduced, and this is playing a major role in the CRM development.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I will be covering all these topics, and this is also, so Canvas app is also
Mm-hmm.
low code feature. So where we don't require uh, uh, coding. I mean, don't
Mm-hmm.
require the most of the coding. So there are some kind of drag and drop things for the components, and we have to
Mm-hmm.
use the PowerFX code to write some logic. So with very less code, so in just
Mm-hmm.
one line of code, we can achieve a big functionality. So that is how the canvas are implemented.
So,
And
Sandeep, will you show us here the how I can map the external domain to the Canvas app?
you mean integrating with the external application?
No, no. I mean, for example, I have a domain on of my own, so I would like to map my domain to this. For example, I have rabbani.com, so I can link this one with Canvas app.
External application, yeah, we can call that, yeah, in the so that URL can be called out from the Canvas apps. So you want to call that, you want to open that application and click of some button in the Canvas app. That is what you are trying to achieve, right?
So I want to assign a custom domain name. Is it possible or not? First of all,
Custom domain. So what is the custom domain? So is it
for
a
example, I have my I purchased domain from GoDaddy saying rabbani.com. Okay,
huh.
so I can assign this to Canvas app.
Yes, you can merge the you can yeah you can add it on the one of the screen in the Canvas app, and yeah, one open
Mhm.
of it, that application will be shown in the Canvas apps. Yes.
One quick question, Sandeep. Where this deployment goes for Canvas app?
Yeah, there
It's
are
in
a couple
cloud.
of, I mean, different types of deployment process for
I
the
mean the
Canvas app.
hosting for this apps.
Hosting of this cloud only. I mean, this is for it hosted in the cloud, and different types of connector we can use. Not only
So,
Mhm.
so,
Dataverse.
Sandeep, this all these apps that we build on the Power Platform environment, right?
Yes,
So they are all Power Platform that you can have the test environment, production environment, or
yes,
dev environment, whatever the environment, and then in that actually you have the Dataverse, and then on the top of Dataverse you are building this Canvas app, right?
yes, correct.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's what he
But
wants to
not
understand.
only Dataverse, so we can use the multiple connectors
Mhm.
in Canvas app.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Connectors you can use for it. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, so these are the forms, views, tabs, and different types of formulas we can use in the Canvas apps. And I will implement the responsive screens as well.
Mhm.
So these are the topics will be covered under the Canvas apps and Power Automate flows. Yeah, so
Mhm.
this also some kind of the low code implementation where it is playing a major role in the CRM development, and
Mhm.
this using these Power Automate flows, it is reducing to implement the logic in the plugins. So most of the projects are now avoiding writing the plugins, and they are
Mhm.
moving to Power Automate flows where we don't require any coding knowledge. So yeah, this so in the Power Automate flows, there are different types of Power Automate flows. I will cover all the Power Automate flows with examples, and
Mhm.
what are the actions we can use in the Power Automate flows, and what are the different connectors, and with examples of the Dataverse connector to perform the CRUD operation in the CRM where we use majorly. And apart
Mhm.
from that, so I will be creating the Power Automate flows and calling them from the Canvas apps, and so how to pass the parameters, and how to get the response for the Power Automate flows as a JSON, and how we can
Mhm.
ungroup them in the Canvas apps. Because if we get any project to work on the Canvas apps, so this is I mean important to learn the Power Automate flows to calling from the Canvas apps, and HTTP flows, and third party integration use cases. So yeah, and approval flows is one of the big thing, so that also I will be covering. Yeah. Any questions so on this topics, and you need any more topics to be included, or you want to know any different features, if you know, if you are aware of it.
So Sandeep, is this entire syllabus covers both functional as well as the technical, as per
Yes, yes,
your.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So
First,
is it after completion of this course? Just asking. So how long normally does it take to face the interview with this only the training course? Or
yeah,
are
it's
we
totally dependent on the individuals. So whatever I
okay?
explaining in a daily classes, you have to spend 1 hour of time of yours to practice that
Mm-hmm.
whatever I explained, so that you will get some confidence. You will get the confidence to
Okay.
face the interview. So if
Okay.
you listen the classes and if you don't practice, then that won't help you to face the interview, and you will not get a confidence, right? So the main thing to
Yes.
clear
Yes.
the
Yeah.
interview,
Yeah.
you
That's
should get the confidence.
understood.
Yeah.
So normally, how long does it take to become a? It's not a. I can't say expert, but at least as a normal developer in terms of this. To get into the project, since we are moving from one tool to other tool
Huh.
completely.
Yeah, 1 month is good enough to understand the macro CRM and the topics. So you will be
Okay.
good to know all these topics. So yeah, 30 days is good enough.
Okay.
But practice is
Okay.
more important. Yeah, practice. I can
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
practice.
That's true.
One
Okay.
month
Okay.
means how many classes?
No, no. The course is 45 days,
45.
but
After that.
so as per yeah as per the question, so I said that to get some confidence on the CRM, it would enough 30 days to enough to get some confidence on the CRM. So you will be familiar with the topics and the terminology, and you will be familiar with the configuration and the tool, how to navigate and everything. So 30 days, you will get confidence on the tool. But so clearing the interview, it all depends on your practice.
Yeah. So to get that some real-time practical knowledge, so we have to register as a Microsoft virtual for the
Yeah,
cloud,
yeah.
and we can do ourselves, right?
Yeah,
After
they
once.
provide the online trial instance where you can get for the 30 days, or I mean it can
Okay.
extend to 10 to 15 days also. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there so it will provide. So I will also explain you and implement the scenarios in the trial instance. And so yeah, whatever I am doing, my institute will record the session and they will provide the recording for your
Okay.
reference, and you can go to that. If you stuck somewhere, you can go through that, and you can get the things forward from there. So all
Okay.
classes you will be getting the recording sessions.
Okay, Sandeep. So, do you touch any technical base in the sense like suppose I don't have any .NET or C sharp. I mean, I am
Yeah,
a
yeah,
developer,
so
but
I
not with
understood.
the specific to technology. Technology in the sense like Java or C sharp, but some other different configuration tool I worked on BPM tools basically.
Yeah, so I understood. So yeah, so keeping that in mind, so I will cover some basics things in the coding like JavaScript and plugins.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah. But in the CRM, so we don't need the major oops concept, because what are the syntax we use in the plugins, that will be same for across the plugins.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Just
so
for
but
whatever we require for
visualization.
this configuration or
Correct.
customization, just for that level,
Yes.
not in depth even I don't
Yeah.
require, but whatever we require here as part of this technical consulting.
Yes, that yeah, I will explain what are the what class we are inheriting, and the and how we initialize the namespaces, classes,
Okay, okay,
and the
okay, yeah,
method, and what are the parameters we are sending it to. So this will be all under the OOPS concepts. But here, as I said, we are developing the plugins on the OOP spaces only, but don't require that much level of the depth on the
yeah,
OOPs, because the service and the target and everything will be initialized same for all the plugins. So within the
okay,
method, execute method, the logic will be different. The syntaxes are same.
yeah. Yes,
That
and
is
I understand.
the
So,
easy thing for the people to move to the Microsoft CRM.
okay, yeah, that's what actually
Easy
I'm
to
expecting. Not
understand
even
and
in
easy
depth
to
anyway.
easy to start working.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to real time, obviously we definitely it requires at least minimum configuration, minimum
Yes.
change,
Hmm.
obviously. So just for that extent, where it requires either in Java or C sharp. So I think that
JavaScript. Yes.
covers that will be enough. Yeah, that will be good
Yeah.
there. Thank you.
Sandeep,
Yes.
how will it be for a fresher to start in Dynamics?
For the freshers, yeah. So as I said, so you have to practice each and every class so that you will get some confidence on the application on the tool, and so I can expect that so as a fresher, so you already started some trainings right on the Java or some .NET or anything. So by that you
Yes,
already having some knowledge on the coding part, like OOPS concepts and everything. So for the
yes,
JavaScript and plugins where we use the coding in the CRM, so your previous training will help you understand the plugin and the JavaScript, you only need to know the and learn the syntaxes and how we need to use to get the values and set the values, and for loops and if loops, if conditions and switch cases, everything you already knew that. So it
Yes.
those that will help you to understand the writing in the JavaScript and plugins where we have the code. And other than these two things, for workflows, business rules, and the configuration and the Power Automate flows in the Canvas apps, these are some low code areas where you easily understand. And coming to the opportunities in the market, so whenever you go to the interviews for the as a fresher, so you will definitely get a question that what tool you learn and what training you have taken, right? So there, if you explain them that that you learn the CRM tool, and if you go to the other topics, you will get some good weightage, and they will understand that. And I can say that in all MNC companies in India, there is a huge demand on the Microsoft CRM. So if you take any company, TCS, Wipro, Infosys, HCL, Accenture, Deloitte, IBM, uh, what else? Any company, all MNCs, top MNCs having the uh, MS CRM requirement. So yeah, if you face any interview as a fresher, so you can explain this macro CRM tool, and you may get chance to get work on the Microsoft tool also. And even if you get the job as a fresher, and in the fresher training also, in the at the training time, you can tell that people that you already learned the Microsoft tool, then if there is an opportunity, they will map you to the same training, and you may get the projects.
Okay, Sandeep. Like as a fresher,
Hmm.
will it be possible to get jobs in the market?
Market
Like
as a fresher,
whatever.
yeah, frankly say, for freshers you don't get the job. I mean, as I know, but not sure.
Yes.
But freshers don't get the job opportunities on the specific tool or a software application, a platform, right? So
Yes.
they call for the interview, and they if they have some software knowledge, and if they have learned anything, then they will take the candidate.
Okay.
But
So
without any
what can
experience,
you
the
suggest?
companies won't call for specific Microsoft CRM developers. Yeah, with zero experience, that won't possible.
Okay. Like what experience they expect from us to get into the dynamics?
But
Or
if you add this in your resume, then that would add some weightage on their resume. Yeah, I can say that.
okay, whatever we're learning like after this, after the training, will it be useful? Like, will it be? I know it will be useful. Will it be
Yeah.
enough for us to get into the job,
Yeah,
to get into the
definitely.
market?
So, because in my company, in my previous projects, in the current projects, almost we have a half the people as a freshers. I mean, they joined as a fresher, and they got some training, this 20 to 30 days of training, and they mapped to the projects as a developers. And yeah, that I can say, because the companies are looking for the freshers. I mean, to for the billing purposes, they try to map the freshers. So that is why I'm saying in all MNCs, if you inquiry, uh, one out of 10 people, 10 freshers might have mapped to the macro CRM projects. That is a demand having the Microsoft CRM in MNCs. So if you learn the tool, and if you add this in the resume, and if you get some any job from any MNCs, so if you tell them that you already took the training on the Microsoft CRM, then you have I mean, major chance of the getting the project into the Microsoft CRM. And learning this tool as a freshers, it won't that much be difficult. It will be easy to understand the configuration level and customization level, and you have to spend some time to practice the plugins, JavaScript, and Power Automate flows.
Okay, Sandeep. After the course, will you? refer someone to us, like if there is any opportunities
Sorry,
out in the
sorry,
market.
I can't hear you properly. Can you say it again? So there is a background noise coming from your end.
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Can you hear me now, Sandeep?
Yes, yes.
Okay, after the course, like, will it be possible for you to refer us to someone?
Uh, yeah, yeah, I can help, but it's totally depends on the experience and the requirement on the companies, right? I may get some calls and sorry, I may get some calls and emails for opportunities. Yeah, if I refer, I may get the some referral bonus also, but it totally depends on your performance in the interview, right? But I am not saying that I will definitely refer you for a job. That is not my responsibility, but to help someone, I will definitely do that.
Okay, Sandeep, thank you.
Okay.
So Sandeep, is this the curriculum which you shared one, or do you have any other detailed curriculum and which component level, like which part, I mean, what is the actual components which you are going to cover as part
Yeah,
of this
this
dynamic
this the one.
CRM?
It is my curriculum actually. I prepared.
Okay,
I only prepared this.
okay,
Yeah. But if any one of you find any topic to be covered as part of training, you feel free to share with me. I
okay,
will explain, because I can say one example. So portal is one of the different topic in Microsoft Dynamics CRM. But in the real time, so there will be a different team, a different developer who will be working in the on the portal.
okay,
Okay, so this is the dynamic CRM training, not the portal training. So I will not be covering the portal part here.
So
Yeah,
now
if
the
you
portal is called the Power Pages, right?
Power Pages, yes, correct, Power
So
Pages.
you are not going to cover that Power Pages.
No, no, because that is totally different topic, right? So it is. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, okay.
as I said, so there will be different developers in the for the Power Pages.
okay. You are not
Yeah.
going to show that portal, but for dynamic CRM, you are going to show, right, practicals, like suppose it's a sales module. So that part you are going to
Yes,
cover.
yes, everything. Whatever the curriculum I
Leads,
shared,
marketing.
yes,
Uh,
yes. Whatever I
okay.
shared in the context, right, the topics, everything
Hmm.
will be covering as with good example, with real time examples.
Yeah, theoretical as well as the practical, how
Yeah,
to create,
theater,
customize.
yes.
Yeah.
I will,
Okay.
yeah. So in going forward, in the classes, so there will be more practice sessions, like I will share the screen and I will open the CRM tool and I will explain you how we are configuring and how we are step by step everything, so that
Okay. Okay.
and that session will be recorded and it will be shared with you, so that in your free time, if you get 1 hour of time in your day, you will go to
Yes.
the video and you have to go to the step by step for 2 times. So like that, you will understand the config, how the steps, because this is a tool, right? So if I explain you in the functional, only for the functional side, you may understand the topic, but getting to the real time, you need to do
Practice it. Yeah.
yourself. Yeah, you need to do
Yes.
yourself. So for that only, in every class I will share the screen and I will mostly work on the CRM online version, I mean the online
Okay.
instance.
So,
Everything will be created, everything will be recorded.
okay. So you are from Hyderabad only, right? I mean India,
Yes,
Hyderabad.
yes, Hyderabad.
Oh, okay, okay, fine, fine. Because last time actually I attended earlier once demo. I think due to some timings not set, I could not join complete actually later, since someone from the different country actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so yeah.
Sandeep, I have a query regarding this dynamic CRM. So, what makes it different? Because I can see most of the actions are covering Power Automation, Power Apps like related everything. So these kind of business activities we can do directly from Power Apps and Power Automate. So what make it different? This dynamic CRM.
Yeah, so yeah, dynamic CRM is nothing but it is a, tool where uh, it is an application to manage all the interactions and relations with the customers. So Microsoft, it provides the tool with the all the package actually, like out of the box features. So this is the major thing where we get the application with out of the box features once we purchase the tool. So on top of it, we can configure and we can customize based on our customized requirements. So like sales module. So for example, let's take a example, a car company. Let's take a BMW car company. So for the company to purchase their products, they need one customer relationship tool where they start once the car is ready, they will do the marketing for that, right? For the marketing, they will send us the emails or advertisements or campaigns. They will perform the campaigns, right? So the marketing module is already available in built in the crm tool. So Microsoft already provided the marketing module. So if you can use the out of the box components, or you can create your own custom components for the marketing features, so that it will reduce the time to develop a application for specific business. Once marketing completed, the company will start the sales, right? So for the sales, if you go any market, any car showroom, they will start from the lead. So once customer shows the interest, they start with the lead, and if customer okay to purchase the product, then the lead will get converted into opportunity, and then the quotation will be generated, and the product details, product catalog, and the invoices will be generated, and the opportunity will be lost or won on basis of the purchase, right? So this everything will cover under the sales module in the crm. So you have the sales module already by default. If you want to use, you can use the same sales module, and you can mold that for as per your business. If you want to add more things, you can add the custom components on based on the relation and based on the requirements. And service module.
So,
Service.
so these kind of things we are already can be done in Power Apps, right? So they can create some
No, no.
application and
Power
they
apps,
can
yeah.
track.
Okay. Got it. So Power Apps is nothing but it you are referring to the Canvas app screens or the custom page screens, right? But in the Canvas app screens
Yes,
and the custom page
exactly.
screens, you have to create the screen from the scratch, right? Like the labels and the text boxes and the galleries and the containers, everything you have to build from the scratch. But in the CRM, the tables you just need to create the table and the feeds, and you if you create just a form, the UI will be already defined in the CRM. So you can use the same UI. I mean, you no need to write the code for the specific label and all for all those things. So
So the
Canvas app is
canvas, sorry, so the canvas is used for the basically you mean to say for the reporting tool basically to show the
no, not
reports and
here.
everything.
We cannot say for the reporting. We can create our own application from the scratch. So, for example, so there are few clients where they don't want the CRM UI, CRM by default UI. So they want some screen where they have their own UI. So on that require such requirements, we may go to the Canvas app screens, and we can create our own screen with our own design, and we can embed that screens on the model driven app, and we can call the screens from the external as well.
Okay.
So yeah, so I think so Jay, for your question, so that is the difference. So CRM, we already have the UI already uh, designed by Microsoft. You no need to worry about the UI, but in the Canvas app screen, you have to take care of the UI from the scratch.
So both
And
the
there
actions can be, so ultimately we
no,
can do the same actions
actions
from Power
actions
Apps
are also
and
different.
Power Dynamics
No,
CRM.
no, no. actions are also different, because in the dynamic CRM you have many components, like business rules, JavaScripts, and workflows, actions, relationships, dashboards, and views. Everything already defined by Microsoft. You just need to configure them. But in the Canvas app screen, if you want to, how we can create a relationship between for two components, it is not possible, right? And if you want to create a view,
Components means, can you tell any example for components, like what we are going
yeah.
to make
So,
a
for
relation?
example, yeah, relationship in the CRM. In the CRM, you have two tables called, one is account and contacts, and you need the account lookup on the contact entity. Okay, on the contact form. So in the CRM, you just need to create a relation between the two entities, and the lookup will be created, and that lookup can be added on the contact form. But so this is very simple. This is you can do it in a 5 minutes. But in the Canvas app screen, how in the different there are two screens. One is account and one is for contact. Right. If you want the account to look up, like I can say, if you want to create the UI also for account, you have to work to create that UI, that lookup thing. But in the CRM, it will, if you add the lookup, then the UI, the Microsoft already taken care of the lookup.
So Sandeep, these all things can be done from the front end, right? We can have the table, we can have the relations, and
Yes,
based on the foreign key relationship, it creates the lookup, right?
correct. Yes.
So and the validation also we can do it from the front end. All the validations on
That
on the
depends.
fields.
Yeah, yeah, that depends on the requirement, Ashish. For
Yeah, yeah,
example,
yeah.
let's take one
Yes.
simple example. There is one lookup which need to be filtered based on the different lookup. Okay,
Yeah.
let's take a country and state. Country is a lookup and state is a lookup. So
Yeah.
state lookup should get filtered based on the country selected. Okay,
Yeah.
because states will be different across the countries, right? If I select the India
Yeah.
country, then the India states should get filtered out. So for
Mm.
this filter, we can do a configuration. We don't need any coding. So
Correct.
Microsoft provided the feature to accomplish this requirement. But other than that, if you want to filter more complex requirements, then you should go with the JavaScript.
Yeah, no, no, I'm not talking about a filter. Like I was asking about the validations. I think that you can have the mandatory field, all those validation you can do
Oh,
it from
okay,
the front
okay.
end.
Field level
Yeah, so
validations. Yeah,
yeah,
we
so
can we
those
can
things you
we
can do
can
it from front
do.
end. But if you want to do like more specific validation, like this field is string, you can't enter integer
Uh,
or float value there. So then you might have to do some coding, right?
I don't know. For the data types, it will by default it will gives you, because while creating the
Yeah, yeah,
field itself, you will select the
yeah,
data
yeah.
types,
Because the
right?
data type is already
Yeah.
defined there. Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
that is a default. That will gives you by default. We don't need to do any configuration for that. But if you want to add on top of it, then
Mm-hmm.
you have to implement. You can do perform the validations on the using the business tools. And if you, there are some limitations in the business tool. If you go beyond that, you have to go with the
But can
JavaScript.
can you do the defaulting also, like based on some field you want to default some value in the other
Yes,
another field, that you can do it from the configuration?
yes, we can do.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
That is a very simple. You can use the Java business tool or JavaScript. Yeah, simple things.
Sandeep, will you do any session for resume preparation or projects to include these things?
uh, yeah, I can help you. I can help you if time permits. Yeah, I will help you. So what are the topics you need to include in the resume? So what are the topics would uh, 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 gives you weightage on the resume? Yeah, I will help you if required. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah. So if all good, all are good. So I will end the session for today.